now that you have all of your trios, well, congratulations, because that's one of the hardest parts right there. It's really hard to get all of these correct. So if you do have some trouble, go ahead and just watch the video a couple times. You will eventually get it. It took me a little while, so congratulations on that. The next part is now you're going to put in your corner and an edge, just like when you're solving the first two layers. So I actually see a corner right here. So we can just put it in, like that. So now let's find the next one. So it's the purple, orange, and blue one. It's going to go right here. It's actually right here. So we can move it out of the way, bring the side up, insert it, and go down like that. Now let's find the next one. And it's the green, pale yellow, and light blue. It's right here. So then we can just insert it as normal. Let's find the next one. Red, pink, and pale yellow. That piece is actually right here. Move it out of the way, bring that up, turn it out of the way, and bring it down. Congratulations. So we have one more. The blue, the pink, and the light green. That piece is actually right here. So we can move it out of the way, bring this side up, bring it back, bring it down. Now, you just have to put in these edges. So let's find one. So here's the blue and orange. So just as before, on the 3x3, you want to move it out of the way, side up, back. I'm sorry I'm not doing a lot of explanation on this layer, but it's basically the same thing you did before. So now we're going to find another one right here. Let's go right here. Let's push this out of the way. Bring this one up, over, back down, and insert it. Let's find another one. Let's see. And here's one, the pale yellow and the light blue. We line it up, turn it out of the way, perform the algorithm, and insert it. Now we have one more. It's this one. So push it out of the way and perform the algorithm. All right. Now all we have to do is solve this layer right here. The next step is you want to solve a star on the top. So just like you want to solve a cross on the top layer, you're going to solve a star. So on this case, instead of looking, well, you'll look for a dot, but instead of looking for an L like on the 3x3, you're going to look for a dot that has 3 parts of the star. So right here, here, and there. Or you're going to look for this like arrow thing, whereas 2 and then one right there, like that. Or simply the star. So the algorithm is the same, F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. And you just repeat that the amount of times that you would on a 3x3. So like here's the one with 3 lines, the 3 corners, edges, sorry. You would perform it 2 times, just like on the L one, where you have the L. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, I. F, R, U, R, I, U, I, F, F, I. And now you have your star. Woohoo! So the next step is you want to solve these edges. So you want to find 2 that are right next to each other. Now I actually have a case right here where I have 2, but let's pretend that we don't. So you want to have one face you, perform the algorithm just like on the 3x3. RU, RU, R2U, R prime. So you have one face you, R, U, R, U, R, 2U, but that because it has 5 sides on each one, you have to turn it an extra time, Ri. And it didn't fix it, so we'll do it again. R, U, Ri, U, R, 2U, R prime. Now it solved that one. Now sometimes you will get a little, it will get a little tricky to where you can't get one. So I suggest that you just keep trying and it will eventually work. Now after you get 2, you look to the third and see if it's solved. And if it's not, then you face this one right here and you do the algorithm until it fixes that one. So 1 second. So what I mean is once you get 2, you face the one right here and you do it until it solves this one, and it actually solves all 3. See? Solves all your edges. The second to the last step is a step just like on the 3x3, where you find one that's in its place, you put it on the right, and then you perform the algorithm until you have them all in their place and you can solve it the corners like normal. So it's a little different, but it's pretty much the same concept. So let's see if we have any that are correct. And doesn't look like we do. So let's go ahead and perform the algorithm. Now it is a little different because you're going to be performing it on these layers. So you would do U, R, UI, Li, U, Ri, UI, L. And we did get one. Now when you do have one, you want to place it on the left right here. So between these 2 layers that you're going to be turning. We'll do it again. U, R, UI, Li, U, Ri, UI, L. And perform it until it solves this one. U, R, UI, Li, U, Ri, UI, L. And it did. So now we have 2. So now we put this first one that we had on the right, and we have that new one that we have solved right here. And we do it again until it puts all the rest in where they're supposed to go. U, R, UI, Li, U, Ri, UI, L. U, R, UI, Li, U, Ri, U, R. Now the last step is you're going to be turning all the corners to where they are all solved. Now many of you should know how to do this, but if you don't, we'll go ahead and go through it anyway. So we have a corner right here, and we're going to perform the algorithm just like on the 3x3. R-I, D-I, R, D. R-I, D-I, R, D. Until it solves it. Then we turn the top layer, do it again, and we solved it. So let's do the same thing on the Megaminx. So we have one right here. We can do Ri, Di, R, D. Ri, Di, R, D. Turn the top layer. Ri, Di, R, D. Ri, Di, R, D. Ri, Di, R, D. Ri, Di, R, D. Turn it again. R-I, D-I, R, D, R-I, D-I, R, D, R-I, D-I, wait, whoops, R, yeah, I was right, sorry, last one, R-I, D-I, R, D, R-I, D-I, R, D, R-I, D-I, R, D, R-I, D-I, R, D. And you've solved the Megaminx. Congratulations. So if there was anything that wasn't clear for the tutorial, just go ahead and post a comment down below and I will go ahead and clear things up. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching and have a great day.